Hi and Assalamualaikum. I'm Adlynn binti Mohd Faiz, and it is an honor for me to stand before you today to present about my thesis titled Evaluation of Butterfly Blue Pea Flower as Antidiabetic Potential. So, this study focused on exploring the bioactive compounds in butterfly blue pea flower, or also known as Clitoria ternatea, bluebell vines, Asian pigeon wings, Kordofan pea, Darwin pea, or bunga telang. This flower contains bioactive compounds like flavonoids, which helps in improving insulin sensitivity, anthocyanins, which supports glucose regulation, alkaloids, which helps in lowering blood glucose level, and terpenoids that play a role in glucose metabolisms. However, more research is required to confirm their effectiveness in diabetes management. So, the rising prevalence of diabetes mellitus has sparked the interest to explore this flower, as the current medications are heavily reliant on synthetic drugs like metformin that have adverse side effects in long term besides not completely stop the diabetes progression. So, the first objective of this study is to extract the butterfly blue pea flowers where water, 95% of ethanol, and 38% of aqueous ethanol were used as solvent. And then the second objective is to identify flavonoids, anthocyanins, alkaloids, and terpenoids by using phytochemical screening tests and UV visible spectroscopy. And the third objective is to evaluate its toxicity by using ICPOES, and the last objective is to assess the antidiabetic potential in butterfly blue pea flower by alpha amylase inhibitory assay. So, the significance of this study is to validate the antidiabetic properties in butterfly blue pea flower and to find the best solvent in extraction to standardize the method in hoping that it can pave way to establish an optimal dosage in future. Previous studies have explored different types of solvents, suggesting that different parameters like extraction time and amount of sample used will give a great influence to the extraction efficiency. And these studies has guided the selection of solvent in my research. So, the key steps for these studies were summarized in this flow chart, where it began with the purchase of sample from AgroBazaar online, then followed by sample preparation. The dried flower were powdered for extraction, then filtered and concentrated by using rotary evaporator. The characterization of flavonoids, anthocyanins, alkaloids, and terpenoids were performed by phytochemical screening tests and UV visible spectroscopy. This flower then analyzed by ICPOES to assess its toxicity, and the last step was assessing the alpha amylase inhibitory activity by starch iodine method. The results for extraction yield were summarized in this table, where water extract showed the highest percentage yield, suggesting that it is the best for extracting polar compounds like flavonoids and anthocyanins, followed by 38% of aqueous ethanol, suggesting that the mixed polarity may have diluted the bioactive compound present, thus reducing the percentage yields. And the lowest yield was 95% of ethanol extract, likely due to the fewer semipolar compounds present in the sample. Next, aluminum test, hydrochloric acid test, Wagner test, and Lieberman-Burchard test confirming the presence of flavonoids, anthocyanins, alkaloids, and terpenoids in butterfly blue pea flower, which link to antidiabetic effects. Further analysis for these bioactive compounds by using UV visible spectroscopy showed that the absorption peak within these expected ranges were aligned with literature, providing more data to support the validity of results. As natural extract may contain heavy metal, the toxicity is evaluated by ICPOES and the results showed that zinc, iron, and copper were within safe limit range for consumption, and there is no significant contamination detected for potential toxic elements like cadmium and lead. For alpha amylase inhibition assessment, 95% of ethanol and water extract showed a high alpha amylase inhibition, suggesting their strong antidiabetic potential, while 38% of aqueous ethanol extract showed the lowest alpha amylase inhibition, suggesting that the mixed polarity of solvent may have diluted the potential inhibitors, thus reducing the enzyme inhibition effectiveness. In conclusion, water extract showed the highest percentage yield, while 95% of ethanol extract showed the strongest antidiabetic potential. The higher yield does not mean that it contained more potent inhibitors. It is due to the solubility of compounds based on its polarity. Moving forward, I think this study may open up the potential avenue for future research, including the need to optimize standardized method and further explore into specific efficacy of each extract in managing diabetes. By this way, we may develop an optimal dosage for the potential application in future. That's conclude my presentation, and thank you for the attention.